Welcome to another misadventure in Farmtown. In this edition, we will be looking at crops, flowers, and trees, how to plant and plow over and under. Enjoy. We're here on JJ's Farm 39, and as you can see, we have some plowed area up here. And in order to plant trees and flowers, etc., over a plowed area, you uh, have to have it planted. So I'm going to go ahead and plant this with whatever we have. And I'm going to grab a planter here. And I'm going to plant rice. Okay. So you can see that this is going to cover a pretty good area in two swoops, two clicks. Okay. So now we have some crops there. Okay. Before we just had plowed area. So how are we going to go in and plant trees as an example? Okay. So we're going to go in here first off, and we'll go to the Preferences tab, and we're going to turn off the crops, just like that. Okay. And when you do that, you see that we have these red dots. Each one of these red dots is where each crop area or field starts. Okay. And they fill in as you saw. Okay. Now, how are we going to take and do this as far as moving the stuff around? We're going to take and come over here and grab in this case, I often use a dirt path, but for this one, I don't have a dirt path. I'm going to just move a facility. So I'm going to just click down here and go to move, and I moved it. Oh, it happens to be the dairy shed. That's fine. Just a particular one. Now, okay, we want to take and add some flowers or some trees. So we take and go in here, go to, we're going to plant some trees. So go to where it says trees, and we're just going to pick a tree. How about an avocado tree? We will plant some avocado trees. And as we're not using any fancy tools here, we're going to do them individually, okay? And, okay, there's a crop there. There's some over here, so forth, okay? We're planting them right on top of there. You notice that, right on top of where that is. And then we're going to plant some down here as well, okay? Now let's plant some flowers, okay? We're going to plant some flowers. And flowers are right there, right? Okay. Uh, how about some marigolds? We like marigolds. We're going to plant some of them. Okay, and I'm going to, okay, get this thing to move for me here. Okay, we're going to plant some marigolds up here, just anywhere. Okay, and we'll plant a few of them down here, just like that. How's that? And then we take the planter out of her hand and get this to a size that we can use. Okay, I'm going to go up now and turn on the crops again. the preferences, and I'm going to click right there. Okay. And you see we have trees on the crops, and we got trees just sitting down here, and we got flowers up here on the crops. So now what's the next step is let's take and plow underneath these trees and these flowers. So we're going to do similar to what we just did, except this time we're going to take and we're going to turn off the flowers and the trees. Okay. This is, if they're checked, they're visible. If they're not checked, they're not visible. So we'll click, and there's our flowers and trees where they were. Okay, so we're going to come back over here and grab this dairy shed again because I don't have any markers here. I could have my markers, my dirt paths, and that would do it. But moving around the dairy shed, that works fine. Okay, so we still see where that is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, grab a plow, and let me see. I want to get the. I'm gonna get the 3x3. Okay, because I don't want to come down too far here. Okay, you notice that when I come over the top of these, it doesn't seem to matter. So I'm going to start right up there, even right there, and right here, and it's like nothing coming right over the top of them, and we're coming over here, and here. Okay, now let's plant that. Well, we won't even plant it yet. We'll just go up here and get rid of my planter. Okay, and I'm going to go up here and turn the crops back on, or the trees and flowers back on. And I can click these individually, or as I'm showing everything, I can also just click on all. Okay, and we click down here. And there are our trees sitting with crops under them, and the flowers with crops under them, or the in this case the plowed areas. And we can, of course, we can also go over here and plant that. And I'm going to just use that same big old tool I've got for planting. And I'm going to, this time I'm going to put wheat in. And this is always, the other disappears, and that disappears. Now we have crops and under trees, and trees over crops, and flowers over crops, and and crops under flowers. Tongue twister. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you and have a great day.